The Detroit Red Wings, at the core of any success they're going to have this year, is the development of prospects and rookies. Well, right now, some really bad news just hit yesterday during the Griffins game with an update. Mazur is going to be out for an undetermined amount of time. Amadeus Lombardi is listed as week to week, and Shai Buium, they're not even giving a status on him at this point. This is your 7-Minute Wings. Welcome back to the Red Wings Report with Strings and Pucks. This is Jeremy Laura. If you're new here, please click like and subscribe. Share this out. Make sure you head over to hockeyhotstove.com where I write the Red Wings column. You can read my newest write-up as well as write-ups on the other 31 teams in the league from incredible contributors like Bill Meltzer, who writes for the Philadelphia Flyers. So yesterday, as kind of a joke, I went ahead and put up the compilation reel of the Griffins game when there was only one goal scored. That was by John Leonard. You're probably watching that reel now. It's just a rebound shot. But Leonard now has 15 goals in 15 games. And I'm struggling to find the reason why he shouldn't get some sort of NHL call-up at this point. We'll see what Detroit does, but congrats to Leonard. 15 and 15. It's the first time I've seen it in this organization since I've been following the Griffins. So we'll see what happens. Before I get to the main story, I just want to give some good news. The goaltending in the prospect pipeline is so good right now. Kosa has a 26 save shutout yesterday. He's having an incredible year. Pastava, before he went down with injury, he was actually at times outperforming Kosa. Kosa, Pastava, Gielander, Augustine, Guimond. Those in particular are really exciting names where Detroit could have legitimately 3 or 4 NHL caliber goalies coming up right now, which means they're going to have fierce competition for these jobs. And one I'm keeping an eye on, I've talked about this, Trey Augustine. He's lights out. I don't know that he's not the best in the system at this point, but we haven't seen him in the AHL, and he's refused to sign his ELC twice already. If he turns Detroit down for a third time this year, honestly, I feel like you have to trade him. Hopefully that's not the case. I'd love to see Augustine sign with the Wings, but until it's a done deal, I'm not counting on it. But be excited about these goalies. So Dan Watson gave the update. Mazur, unspecified amount of time. Amadeus Lombardi, week to week. Shai Buium, they're not even talking about right now. So Mazur, in my mind, from the way they've talked about this, could very well be done for the season. And Buium, we don't know because they're not giving an update. Any one of these guys could end up needing some sort of surgery, depending on the issue, which they haven't released. This is really tough news for Mazur. He's going to miss another year of development at this point. This is the case last year. They called him up, he plays 2 shifts in the NHL, and that pretty much ends his season. Amadeus Lombardi was limited to 44 games last year. He made a difference. He was Grand Rapids' only near point per game player with 40 points, 19 goals, 21 assists. Injuries kept him off the ice. Buium had finally made the step. He had had a hiccup in his development, and this is really difficult because of the 3 going into it, that's Tuomisto, Wallinder, Buium. Buium was the best skater of the 3. Really, really good and best all around. I honestly thought he had a big shot. So these guys are derailed. And in my mind, this shuts down their ability to try to make any kind of leap this season. And that's assuming that they're playing again this season. It sounds like Lombardi will. The other 2 we don't know. So where this is really bad for Mazur, I don't think the organization's going to give up on him. Not at all. But this type of injury, chronic injury, like what it did to Svechnikov, it can just derail your career. So he has to start all over again, have another big summer of training. Last year he put on like 10 pounds of muscle, comes into camp, he's ready to go, and boom, right? Season shut down. The other part of this is you have guys coming. Dmitry Bichelnikov, he's tearing it up in the KHL. He's got size, speed, and scoring, and he's been playing against adults, right? The KHL has an interesting mix of players in it. So they're really excited. And again, assuming he signs his contract, Buchelnikov is incredibly exciting. Carter Bear having a big season. This is a guy, they were pushing for that AHL rule change. If it had gone through the transfer agreement, Carter Bear would have been the AHL this year. The second he's done with junior this year, Carter Bear is going to hit the ice either in Grand Rapids or in Detroit. And looking next season, I'm going to slot Carter Bear in the lineup ahead of Mazur in terms of guys that could make this squad. So there's two prospects already that have taken a step in front of Mazur the second that they get here. So this injury, he has a chance to shine this year to grab a spot and somewhat solidify his position in what I think he'll be a bottom six guy in the NHL. But now he almost has to re-audition. He's going to miss most of this year, if not all of it, and then come back. Lombardi, same thing. The time he misses, it was already hard for him to get a call-up. It's going to be even harder because right now, Brandzik Nygaard is putting his game together. All of a sudden, in terms of prospects, Brandzik Nygaard is right back up where he may get a call-up because he's starting to figure it out. He's aggressive. He's put his offense together and his physicality, things Detroit still needs. But I'd like to hear from you. How bad is this for these three guys? Mazur, Lombardi, or Buium? Is this a sign, do you think, of someone whose path to the NHL may be blocked quite a bit, if not altogether? Or do they just reset and try again? I look forward to hearing what you have to say. This is your 7-Minute Wings.